In one mysterious village, every person walked with two shadows, one light, one dark, and the life they lived depended on which one they followed. Today's story will take you to a quiet village where people lived between light and darkness every single day. This story isn't just about them, it's about us, because all of us carry two shadows too, one that lifts us and one that pulls us down. By the end of this video, you'll understand how your daily choices shape which shadow grows stronger. Long ago, there was a small village hidden in the mountains. Something strange happened there. Every person had two shadows. One walked on their right, bright, warm, almost golden. The other walked on their left, dark, heavy, and cold. The bright shadow whispered encouraging words. "Be kind. You can do it. Keep going." The dark shadow whispered doubts and fear. "You'll fail. They don't care. Why even try?" And though both shadows were always there, people had the power to listen to only one at a time. In this village lived two best friends, Amina and Rafik. They grew up side by side, played together, worked together, dreamed together. But as they got older, they started walking two very different paths. Amina listened to her light shadow. She woke up early, helped her neighbors, and faced each day with courage. Her shadow reminded her of possibilities, not problems. Rafik, however, started to listen to the dark. It told him he wasn't good enough. It told him to avoid helping others. It whispered that nothing he did mattered. Slowly, he began to believe it. One year, a terrible storm swept through the valley. The river burst its banks. Fields were destroyed. Houses collapsed. The village faced its hardest test yet. People needed to work together to survive. Amina didn't wait. She grabbed tools, called for help, and started rebuilding. Her light shadow seemed to grow brighter with every action. She reminded everyone, "We can do this together." Rafik stayed apart. The dark shadow whispered, "Why bother? They don't need you. You'll just make things worse." So he sat in silence as the village worked. Days went by. Slowly the village started to heal. But one house still lay in ruins, Rafik's. Everyone else's home was repaired except his. Amina walked up to him and said gently, "Rafik, come on, let's rebuild your house together." Rafik looked down. His dark shadow grew larger, whispering, "Don't trust her. It's too late." But then he heard a softer voice. The light shadow, faint but clear. "Stand up. You're not alone." For the first time in a long while, Rafik chose differently. He stood up, picked up a hammer, and joined the villagers. And with every nail, every brick, his bright shadow grew stronger, while the dark one faded into the ground. Months later, the village was stronger than ever. People had learned something powerful. The shadow you listen to shapes the world you create. Amina's light inspired others. Rafik found his courage, and the villagers often greeted each other with a simple question: which shadow are you listening to today? In our lives, we also walk with two shadows. One whispers hope, kindness, and strength. The other whispers fear, doubt, and anger. You can't get rid of them, but you can choose which one to follow. Every time you act with courage, speak with kindness, or take responsibility, the light shadow grows. Every time you give in to fear or bitterness, the dark shadow grows stronger. The direction of your life is shaped by the voice you feed. If you were living in that village, which shadow would you follow more often? Be honest. Tell us in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for listening to this story. If it inspired you, give this video a like. Share it with someone who might need a little light today. And don't forget to subscribe for more motivational stories every week. Remember, your shadow follows your choice. Choose the light.